Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sunesha, and we are creating a map for city Skylines. Today we're gonna make a man-made island because we have made a lot of nature-shaped islands. So I thought it was gonna be time for us to just change it up a bit here. After all, here in Hollinghead, there has been a population that has left because of all the nature disasters. So let's first start with what I've done between episodes. As you can see, the island I'm zooming in is new, and I finally finished with that one. I also added these islands here with some things here. I extended the beach a little bit more, and let me show you how I did that. I just extended it at 88 where the shoreline goes at 90, which gives a nice this kind of nice beachy, more green color around the island here. So yeah, that is what I've done too. I've also started to work on the industry parts here to make them natural. I added quays here, and this was made me get the idea that we needed a man-made island. I tried to blend it into the nature here so people can put up their industries. You may be wondering, how did I get quays into the map editor? There is a mod that's called Find It 1.54, which you can input everything you have in your game when in your map editor. It's a little bit wonky, but it allowed me to do this nice nature-shaped quays here at strategic points here. So to make it a man-made island, which usually will be actually, I thought about the shipping problem here. We have the largest area to build on the whole area around here. So people will probably want to use cargo stations, so where should they got the cargo station? And then I thought, why not add a man-made island here, which people can connect. I will connect it up for people so they can just start using the island and start putting stuff down there. And I have added shipping lane here so we can see how it would work with cargo stations here. So how do you get cargo station? You can try it inside the map editor. Okay, it's time again to just show you guys. As you can see here, with help of Find It, I searched at cargo, and then I took the cargo station, and then I can see it here. There is some work. This is not the final shipping lane. Of course, I'm gonna change that, but for now it's just making us able to see gauge where it goes. So the thing is, I didn't have a lot of examples of. I wanted it really to look man-made, like in the 50s and 60s, not one of these fancy things you can see in Dubai or anything. So I found one that kind of inspired me. Let me show you here. This is the Treasure Island in San Francisco, United States of America. And this looks super man-made, and it's kind of ugly. But yeah, I want to go for that look, so it actually just break up all these fractal behaviors we have, all the curves here, so it will balance, so we get a small balance, because we don't have a lot of straight lines. So we wanted to be here, in this area here, around here, and then we wanted to connect the road to about the middle of the square. I think I'm gonna pull the road there. We're probably using a tunnel and a slope, so we will find a good natural way to put it through. I think it's the slopiest part we have here, so if we can pull a tunnel around here and slope it up through there, that will be some real acrobatics to make that work. So let's first start with our man-made island. So this can be hard to gauge. I think I will actually copy this shape there because I kind of like it. Oh man, this will be hard to copy. As this part here will run into resolution part, and it will be squarey, but the quays will fix that so it doesn't look squarey. But we can do something similar to that, but not exactly the same. The reason why I want to pull the road very far is that it will be backed up a lot. So if we have a longer road, there will be some more breathing room to the island and down here. So yeah, it will create problems. I know it will. So that's the reason why I want to pull such a long road. So let's start with the brush size 100. And we will pause the game so the water doesn't freak out too much. It will probably freak out anyway. So we want it to be, our shoreline is at 92, so it's man-made. So let's start by painting it in here. It's very important how we place this. I want to kind of keep that feature there. So we're gonna go with the corner there. So first, let's start. So this will create a very steep slope, but we can live with that. So let's see how. That's why I paused the game, so we don't have water everywhere. So it's very visible from there. I think I want to go a little bit longer. It's hard to measure units here, so yeah, it will not be exact, but I think this was the 50s, and again, I always imagine the holding head population to be kind of like a tropical population, so they're not very competent, but they have a lot of fun. Okay, so let me finish this man-made island. Okay, so I've decided to make it there because I don't want it to be too big. You may be wondering where I got these brushes with the square brushes which helped me to do this island. Let me show you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we have it at Making Maps with Mr. Miyagi, guides and tips and resources. I'm a part of helping in doing this guide. I've only provided these videos. You probably already watched us. So thank you, Mr. Miyagi, for hosting my videos on your excellent guide. But if you go, I'm having this super big so you can really read this. If I zoom out a bit, okay, so I zoomed out a bit, so this is the more normal size. So if you go to the last category here in the guide index, you can go to custom terrain brushes, which is the ones here. There is also instructions to go here, and you can see there. So if you Google Mr. Miyagi maps, let me just show you for you lazy people, Mr. Miyagi maps guide. You don't have to input it here, and it will be the first result here. So that's how you can find it. So yeah, probably some of you already wondering how I did that. Okay, so we have a perfectly almost symmetric island here. I kind of like that. So what we want to do now is to put some quays inside here. You can probably work it around and do different shapes. I want a very boring shape. I want it to stick out as a sore thumb of old engineering. So how do I get quays inside? Yes, go into the find it mode and search for it. Hello, quays. And then I can start by putting it in here. And it looks completely awful, but we will fix that in a while. We don't have very straight lines here, but we can fix this with the help of movie tools later. So let's go to that end here and try to stay in the middle of that one, and let's go there and there and there. So now we have a very awful shaped quays here because it's not very fits in very well there. So we will fix that, and we'll use the movement tool here to nudge it in here. We can let's start by just lowering the whole area here until it gets nicer. Let's go with the topography here so we can see how we change it here. So let's try to get it at 92 value here. I think we are mostly there. Is it going? I want to do is stick up a bit. Of course, let's first check our shoreline. The thick line here, it represents our water level here. So let's get it a little bit more up, like this. That's like 4 units. 1 unit is like 8 meters. So yeah, that's quite that's quite a lot. Okay. So we want it to be the same length, so we can press Control H and say everything to be like that. So it's now level. And so yeah, this is man-made, so everything is super level. That looks good. So let's get our topography off. That kind of looks good. We want to get rid of the sand texture here. We will shave manually a little bit here on the corner so it looks nice around there, but we have a very nice man-made island now. So that's good. Okay, so a squarey sand. I almost said a very bad word here, but I really hate working with the sands. It's not a very exact science, and yes, you have to always be careful here. So let's see here. So now we have a completely flat area. We can. We want this to be super exact. They have very exact engineers, but it was not very pleasant engineers. So, so we want to flatten everything to that height we have there. So we get, or that height here. I think that is the height we were looking for. So 94 point. Okay, now I removed it. It was the wrong one. So let's go with the smaller brush size, and we will level this out. Completely. It's super flat. It's so flat that yeah, it will be a problem if it's flooding and stuff. Maybe that's why the whole everyone left these islands, because yeah, everything was just overflowing. Okay, let me finish that. As we are flattening this out, we can see this sticking up there. It could be a nice feature too, but that it sticks up a bit, but yes, we are going for the super unnatural, clean, man-made look here. So if we just smooth this here, you have to just be careful here. Okay, let's go with a smaller brush here so we don't affect too much. So yeah, now it's kind of smooth there. Let's see if we have some under. As you can see, this is what kind of happens in the areas here. Let's just smooth it around a bit. Okay, let's not try to affect the areas inside our island here, and you just, I would go around, smooth it. Okay, it's sticking up there. It looks I like it. It looks like a golf course. It's so super flat. It's completely flat. So yeah, I really like that. Awesome things. So okay, so now we have a super flat area. So let's first of all check out the cargo station. Sometimes the slope can be too steep, so it will not work with cargo station. But it is kind of working here. Everything is snapping as it should. Cannot connect to the route, but yes, as you can see here, we have water access here. I would probably actually just put some oil and stuff here for the new industry DLC, so people can put oil rigs there, just because it's fun. Maybe we'll put the whole area as, I think we will actually make it the whole all area there. Okay, so we have the man-made island, so let's see. Let's start with pulling a road. I will make it a little bit difficult for people, so I will start using this road here. So let's see here. We could go like this and go down. It will be an old gravel road, because yeah, they run out of money. So let's have some fun with that. Okay, that was a very wonky. Let's pull to the end. Okay, let's not make that. It is super ugly with those. In this situation, I don't really like. The thing is, if you put down the road here, sometimes it could get the road here. If you get too close to the shoreline, it will actually stick out of... okay, let's see here. Let me fiddle with that for a while. It was the other way around I wanted to do it. So let's press that. Control H. There we go. It's levitating a bit, but we can live with that. Distance too short. Can't build. Oh, I'm on minus. Let's see. Let's pull a bridge here. I'm trying to find a good slope here. Yeah, it will be super slopey. Or yeah, it's the water that gives me the illusion that it's super slopey here, but it's not super slopey, it's just that I can see through the water here, so... Let's go up one. Okay. I think we have to create a man-made slope here. So let's first get a tunnel in here somewhere. So we have something to go with. Okay, I think that works good. It will go up there. Let's see if we can squeeze another one in here. Slopes height too high, slopes too steep. So if I can slope it a bit, man-made here, we will make a man-made slope. Let's see if we can get that working. Let's go all around, underway around. Okay, so let's upgrade these to small bar. Okay, that was really weird. Let's try that again. It probably requires a lot flatter area when you put in such a big one, so let's try to make our own. Okay. Okay, well, anarchy in it. It's not a super realistic one, but let's remove the collisions one. What's happening there? It's spinning around. Let's try it from the other side. Okay, that looks super weird. Let me try again with no collisions. Let me... Let's use that. believe it is wide enough for if someone will want to upgrade the road to something bigger. So let's start by go 10 units like this. Let's start with straight. Okay, cool. So now we have a downward slope. Okay, cool. So let's just check underground so it connects. Fine. Can we move it mods underground? Doesn't seem like we can do. Yeah, so first we have a slope and then it goes down here. But at least we got what we wanted here. So let's just. We have a natural slope here. I think we want to just fix. Let me just fix it up aesthetically. I'm just checking if we can upgrade. Let's test upgrade it here. I'm gonna save because I'm afraid I'm gonna break it. It's just because I know someone will want to make this bigger later. In that case, we want to check that as this road is pre-drawn, they can always remove it. I think I'm gonna keep it like this actually. Yeah, because I really liked. We would have fixed the bridge, so let's remove that part. Make this just the elevated road. Cool. So we got those two arches there. So let's get to the underground road. Let's go to back to normal mode, and let's upgrade this too. Let's flatten it all out too, so that was a good thing. I think I will fiddle with this road a little bit more later here, but yeah, then we got a big fat road here. I think we will remove that part here, so then people can decide if they're gonna do one way and so on. So I think that's a good thing, because if people want to build here, I think we will get quite a good. Let's see here. And that's quite good. It will leave room for, yeah, people can probably. Should I move the whole area so people just can, as you can see, this is how much you can build. And right now they will use some of it here, but I think if they use this length I've done here, it means that they can put down cargo station. I think that is more important, that people can probably move it around themselves. Let's see, cargo. Yes, it works like that there. I think it's a good length for that, so it will work. So, oh man, this doesn't really look good here, that bend here. Let's see, I will just spend a small moment and move it around a bit more. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm done here. You can do a lot of things here, but I think I wanted to leave it open for people to do whatever they want here. Is there a height difference here? No, it's just missing some... Let's see if I can fix that. Let's go with the smallest brass here and touch that up. Let's push there. Yeah, I will leave it like that. It doesn't really matter so much. So yeah, so we have a man-made island. That was everything for this episode, and as always, thank you for watching.